time for the bell. How many options will you sell? Fire up your platform, get ready to enter. But first, let's get the mindset centered. Hey, hey, let's go. We're not here to gamble, we're here to trade. We follow the plan, that's how we get paid. Testing, trading, have success. Find what works for you and forget the rest. Stats and probabilities is what we're about. Time to dismiss greed and doubt. Focus on the process, not the money. And the profits will flow like honey. Power Hour Live, let's start the show. Come on, trade hackers, get ready to go. 0-day options, time to make bank. Get locked and loaded, then be ready to plank. Hey!
Hey everyone, welcome to Power Hour Live, Tuesday, November 19th. Hope everybody's having a crazy day. A good day in this crazy market. So we had a big sweep this morning of a bunch of lows, a bunch of previous lows with the little geopolitical Ukraine conflict risk coming out. And then they said, just kidding, no nukes, no nukes. We're good on nukes. Market rallied all the way up. S&P blew through its upside expected move. Well, trended along it for a while and then blew through it. NDX blew through it and then just kind of chopped around and then continued higher. S&P up 12, NASDAQ up 105, Russell up 9, Dow is red. Dow's down 150. Gold up 0.75%, silver up 0.5%, notes and bonds a little bit green, 10-year yield down 0.84. Oil and natty gas up a little bit. Soybeans red, corn red, wheat green. Euro and the pound flat. Bitcoin up another 2.2% over 94,000. I believe an all-time high. Is that correct? Yes, it is. 94,715, the new all-time high in Bitcoin. VIX, which had the overnight pump with the volatility pre-market, is now down about 1% from yesterday's close, sitting just under 16. My BICs have not fared well in this action. I've had my first tranche got double stopped and my 1110 tranche got double stopped. So 2 double stops down about 1,600. Should end up probably around down 1,500 if we don't make another flush lower. Price action BICs took 2 tranches, one of which I took right around here in anticipation that we would consolidate around the unchanged level. We did. I was very close to getting 20% and then it took off. So ended up getting stopped on the call side on that one. And then I did the same thing when we approached the expected move line, just kind of anticipated some consolidation, which we did, hit 2040, and then got stopped out of my last piece on that one. So up about $1,000 on my price action BICs. Did a WUGA, early WUGA, which is with this little bounce is back in range. I had a strike conflict for OG WUGA, so I put it on an NDX. That's on the 2650 calls and 2620 puts. So EWUGA is on the lower end of its range, OG WUGA on the upper end of its range. So if we could just kind of settle in between, that'd be great. What else? Oh, 1 DTE. Okay, so Chad, before I turn it over to you, I have a little lesson for everyone. I'm sure everyone's been here before, but just another way to reiterate. So I had my 1 DTE, which is this here. And I have this, I put this on via Trade Steward, so with a bot. And then once it gets to a certain amount of profit, I will disable the bot and transform it. So I got to disable the bot before I could put in my transformer order. And so it was at the point where I was going to transform it, disable the bot, put in my transformer order to convert it into an upside risk-free vertical for tomorrow. which obviously in hindsight looks like it would have been doing pretty well. I was 5 cents away from it filling, and I just let it sit instead of adjusting it to get filled. And what would you think happened? It's right here. Started creeping up. Now it's 10 cents away. Now 15, now 20, now 50, now $1. Now I'm screwed. So that is what we call being a dick for a tick. Don't do it. So instead of trying to save a nickel, I ended up where I'm at now, which is I actually didn't stop it out. I rolled my puts up. So essentially it looks like this. So I'm down about 1900. So, which is better than if I would have stopped out, but still not what you want to do. So it's one of those things where because I thought I should have transformed it, I decided not to manage it correctly and let it go or do anything else. Instead, I just tinkered with it, and now I'm in this position here. So I'll decide what I want to do here shortly, but just a lesson from my error. Don't be a dick for a tick. All right. What else? Calendars. Let's see, what did I do in calendars? Closed out a 1-4 for basically a scratch, tiny loss, $10 loss. Booked profits about almost 10% on a 4-7. Entered a 2-3, which I didn't plan on doing, but my bot fired, and so I'm going to let it go till tomorrow. I really planned on not doing it because of the NVIDIA earnings, but I'm going to let it go till tomorrow. And then my 5-7 is up a few percent. My 6-7 is only down 4, was down quite a bit more. My 2-4 is up a few percent. My 3-4 double calendar's down 3. My 3-4 single put calendar's up 5. And I put on a 1-2 and a 1-3 today as well, which are slightly red. All right. That is my day. Chad, how's your day?
Yeah, so my one DTE, it was probably, I'm trying to remember, 40 cents from being hitting my profit target. So I do that sometimes where I'll close it out, even though I'm not quite there yet, or I'll close out, hit my, half. But it ran off today, and so that was a loser. And then my 1 AM number 1 was a full loss. Scratch trade on my AM number 2, and small winner on my lunchtime, hit 20% profit, and then got stopped. So that is it for me. I'm also
Yeah,
in
Elliot.
Ewooga.
I mean, I do that all the time, right? I disable my bot and then I put in an order, and sometimes I'll let it sit for 5 or 10 cents to get filled. So it's not like I necessarily, I mean, I do it all the time. When it gets filled, it's no big deal. You never think twice about it, right? It's just frustrating when something like this happens. But that is part of the deal. I literally even had my order on here. I took my screenshot, I pasted it in the transformer channel, and I always wait until it gets filled, then I hit send. So like I was, mentally I was already in it. It's one of those things. Like SMCI up 32%. Had that little flush late day yesterday, and then overnight popped up. I haven't read anything about it, about what's going on, but it's up 32%. AI is up 22%. C3 AI. Lemonade up 16. MSTR continuing to hit new all-time highs at 430. Up another 10%. Reddit up 6, NVIDIA up 4.5. Of course, NVIDIA earnings Wednesday after the bell. Walmart up almost 4%. Walmart had earnings. New all-time high in Walmart. Wow. Well, Sam Walton still kicking. Pitons up 3. Robinhood up another 1.6. New all-time high. Tesla up 1.5. Goog up 1. Amazon up 1. Apple barely green. On the red side, DJT down 7 after that big bump yesterday in the news of them buying that crypto platform. Lyft down 4. Let's see, Lyft and Uber were both down. Uber is pretty flat, down a little bit. Baba down. Well, I didn't do any futures trading today. There would have been some beautiful trades had I been trading pre-market with that volatility, but after the rally started, I just couldn't find anywhere to get in. Well, yeah, I don't know. I mean, my regular BICs haven't been doing great. My price action BICs continue to do fine. So it's really just picking your spots. I mean, we had that period midday where it's kind of trending along the expected move. I mean, obviously today's price action is not what we're looking for, but I don't think you make any big changes just because of you have some days like this. I mean, you're always going to have days where things chop and it's great price action and days when it's not. It's a matter of just minimizing your losses on the bad days and maximizing your wins on the good days. Obviously, easier said than done, but that's, I think it's a mistake to start trying to change everything just because, you have a little period where it's not working as well. That's my 2 cents. IBIT, first day of options. No weeklies yet. No open interest yet. Obviously, that'll come after the close anyway, but bid-ask spreads aren't too shabby for a brand new. Yeah, we may have a new toy to play with. Put that on my list. See how those options shape up. It's only a $53 stock. But if Bitcoin keeps going up, who knows? Could be 100 next week. You can see in ES, we just swept the lows of the last couple days. And then as soon as the news came out that, let's see, what was it? Well, Iran agrees to stop producing near bomb grade uranium. That was at 9:31. So yeah, right around the time it took off. And then Russia's foreign minister, Russia's position is that nuclear war won't happen. That was it. That was a little bit pre-market. So yeah, actually, yeah, that's kind of when the market bottomed this morning. Pre-market is when that came out. I don't know how much decay I'm really going to get on this one DTE. I don't keep an eye on any of them. I'm just saying that after the fact. Like, what are you going to do different if you see something come out? You're going to close your position? What are you going to do? I did sell a little put spread here as we came back down to the expected move area. It's bounced a little bit. Let's see if we can run back up a little bit and I'll close that. I did do some I also did some discretionary 6-7 double calendars, this or single put calendars. I did a 58.70 near the open. Even after that big move, it was still green the whole time. And then I added a 59.20. I've just been kind of discretionarily trading these. I'm not posting them just because I do it randomly. I don't have any details around it, so I'm not posting it, but they tend to work. They're very forgiving. I like the 6-7 combo on the singles just because you got a very wide flat range for price to move around in. Like I said, I did the 58.70, which is pretty close to where we opened, right? Yeah. So I did it shortly after we opened. And even when price was at its peak, it was still green on the day. And I was going to close it. Then I just decided to add another one to turn it into a double. And I always close these before the end of the day, but I'm up on both. I've got profit target at 335 on both of them. They're currently trading about one's at about 320, looks like. I just like the 6-7 combo. I've just had the best luck with those, no matter what day it is. Obviously, they're not available on Mondays. On Mondays, I would usually do the 3-4 anyway. That's part of my trade plan. But on any other day, I like the 6-7. Yeah, it's like unless there's a big event on one of them versus the other, they're just yeah, they're so close together and they're far enough out that it just provides a very flat P&L line. I mean, look at that. That's from the open. And of course, there was a little risk around the break-even points when I opened it. But like I said, as you know, I mean, price moved up to its expected move, through its expected move, and it was still green all the way out, a little bit beyond its break-even. Just very forgiving. There's something you could try out, Moel, as a way to, based on your question, what can we do in this environment? That might not be a bad thing to just try small, just to watch and kind of watch how it reacts to different environments.
Yeah, I think I'm going to scale down a little bit starting tomorrow on my TLC trades.
They tend to work best entered early in the day from what in my experience, for the way I've been doing them. So like I entered that one at the open. I'll tell you. I entered the 5871 near the open. So yeah, 3 minutes after the market opened. And then I added the other one at about 11:30 Central. So that was after we were kind of pushed up to the expected move. And that was really more of an adjustment just to widen my range for that, looking at it as a total package. Because I thought we might still keep going up, which we did. So I added that 5920. Now we've kind of settled back in. So both of them are profitable. Just right at the money. It's a single calendar. 50. Wooga's back in the green, baby. Ewooga, that is.
Can it stay there though?
Yeah. I don't know, Morrow. I actually have had the opposite experience with those 6/7s. Like, I mean, look at today. I entered the open and price moved up and volatility contracted, and it was gaining profit as it was vol was contracting and going up. I mean, logically, that's kind of what I had anticipated, but I've actually seen the opposite. And I guess it's just, the 6 days are contracting faster than the 7. Now it's going to matter what, if there's events going on or scheduled events, or, what if the market's anticipating some uncertainty, like if you put your shorts on the 6 and there's some kind of scheduled event that would affect that, it might be a little bit different story. But let's see. Well, I didn't even check the calendar when I put it on today. Let's see. So the 6/7 is the 25th and 26th. Okay, so that's Monday. And then Tuesday is pretty light on news too. Monday's nothing. Tuesday's pretty light on news. Yeah, what I need to do is, because I've just been pretty random about trading these. it's just kind of like I don't want to sell any premium at the open except for one DTE. So I started just kind of doing it sometimes. I need to do a better job tracking it before I make any real conclusions. Yeah, I've tried to back test it. I haven't found any back testing that would say it's awesome to do consistently at the exact same thing at the exact same time every day. I have tried to do that, and I have not found anything very conclusive via the back test. I tried to test putting it on at the open and just closing it at the end of the day. I tested different, VIX overnight scenarios. I tested different profit targets. I didn't come up with anything that was like, oh yeah, this is something I'm going to do. So it's been very random and discretionary. Going a little bearish on Target. Let's close out half of this little vertical and this bounce. Ewooga liking the bounce. RJ has been pretty sideways. Moel thinks they're going to be nervous of the Trump tariffs. I don't hate that idea. My overall market bias after this flush and bounce is higher though. But a lot of times earnings can buck the overall market direction for a day, for sure. Expected move of about 13, currently trading at 155. So I'd put it down at about 143. All right, Moel, I'm coming with you. I filled on my target trade at 238.
The old E will go with like 59.15.
$59.15. Yep. I'm on the 15s and 20s. I assume that's what you're on.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it would, if it gets up to above 15, it would probably hit 50% here. Little premium gets sucked out.
Yeah, it wouldn't take much.
Let's see, what did Walmart went up, Lowe's went down. So not too much to take from that. Opt for dollar. No big deal, Moel. If it's a loser, you just owe me a trip to Cabo. Trying to decide if I want to leave any exposure for the NVIDIA earnings. I mean, SPX is putting some serious weight on those options. So I'll probably close most, if not all out, tomorrow before the bell. Trish has given us our first indication that we should short it, so that's good. It's hard to short that thing, isn't it? I mean, it's right under all-time highs. Ooh, beautiful, Moel. Wow, that's nice. Well, nice little power hour price action. After the little dip right before we jumped on. He will get back to break even. Chess Master, early entry on Mahomes. 59.10 is already trading for $1.65. $35 to go. It's already trading for $1.70. I'm not going to enter anything yet, but it's up there. Looks like another early entry. Hopefully pre-MOC. What'd you do wrong? Everybody else got an early entry. Actually, my bot, for some reason, I didn't check the activity on it, but it only filled 2 of 5 for me on my bot one. Which is very odd. I think it's only happened one other time. Yeah, so I got locked on the way. Well, I don't know if you heard me, but it was at I got locked in what, the 90s? 95s. Yeah, that's right. I got my butterfly on the 95s. Price got all the way down to 88 and it didn't lock in my vertical. And it was down there for minutes. Finally did before the bounce. But yeah, that was a bigger move than I've seen without it locking. Well, it tends to happen if you've got, I think we still had over 5 minutes to go. And so there was just still that much premium in the options. Usually you get locked in the last couple minutes. So there's just more time value left. So it had to move further than your typical 5 points. I wouldn't move my limit. If we could just get a bounce just above 15, Ewooga would get 50%.
Yeah, it wouldn't take much more. We can just break through right there. Struggling to break through.
So I start seeing flashes of $1.80. I'll start Entering my flies.
It's just struggling.
Tight little range. Little 4-point range. NDX is a little stronger. It's not getting the dips that SPX is. I mean, not that those are deep dips, but it's just staying a little higher. I need the opposite. I need SPX to get a little stronger, NDX to get a little weaker. Get a little two-sided action. You could have hit 50% on both, Moyle. Didn't take much. 5-point dip, 5-point bounce. Yeah, NDX is acting a little stronger. I want to flip these. I want SPX to be on the upper edge.
SPX is in that little consolidation. It's just gotten rejected a few times now. It'd be the third time it's gotten rejected.
All right, time to start loading my homes. Working the 10s and 15s. I mean, now we only need up to about 13.5 to hit 50% on Wooga. Just a little pump.
It's trying to break through that consolidation.
Trying to give it a go. It's tired. It's been working hard going up all day.
Yeah, for
Didn't
sure.
have any left in the tank. Ooh, look at that 6-7 back, just almost back to green. 3-4 singles up 7-8% now. Nope, couldn't hold its head up.
Yeah. See if it's got a second effort in it.
Right in between the 10 and 15 strikes. So they're both trading for about $1.60. Still got 11 minutes till MOC. We can get to a strike. One of them should fill here in the next 10 minutes. We don't make a big move. Yeah, by the time I would be able to do it, it would be Tuesday because the options settle over the weekend. I upload everything on Monday, or I could do it maybe Monday evening, but it's just by that time I am after the market's over and I spend an hour on Trader Sync every day. I just am spent. So I'll try to figure something out. But at this point, I probably won't be doing in the same fashion I was. Keeps trying. I call early Mahomes anything before 5 minutes till the bell, chess master. I didn't say 20 minutes before the bell. Yeah, but there's always a few points left on that expected move when after the bell. Really, what you want to look at is that market maker move. It's currently at 1.7. Still sitting in between strikes here. I'd like to see us go down and hit the 10s. Rally up above 15. Trying again. Need a 14 plus print. Ewoo is at 40%. Sold those put spreads when they're down at the expected move for 5.15. Got out of half at $2. Still holding 2, trying to get out at 50 cents. They're trading at about 85. Get a little more push. They should hit too. Watching 14. I'm gonna get out of these for $1.
Come on, stay up there. Just can't do it.
Yeah.
Bummer.
MOC in about 4.5. Come on. Get on up. Trying to get out of these puts for $1. There we go. All right, out of my put spread. Now we got to get to a strike before MOC. Ibuga 44%. So close. Oh, so close. Got a 14 print.
Build 50%.
Why did I not get filled?
Ewuga to the rescue.
Why did I not get filled? Oh, I guess I did get filled. Oh, nice. Okay, I'm out of half my Iwuga. Fifteens. Still sitting it. Wow. Those things have stayed a little bit cheap. I figured if we got up to 15, it'd be close to filling, but not so much. Chessmaster, not so much today. On a 20. $1 billion buy side. Iwuga dead centered. NDX is going to be off. Yeah. NDX would need a big reversal. Otherwise, it's going to be toast. Man, I'm surprised those 15 stayed cheap on that little push up. They weren't really even close to filling. Abishaya, you can see in my trade plans channel on my sheet, you've got the backtest links there. Man, I guess that little move up pump some juice into these options because these butterflies are still pretty cheap.
Yeah, VIX going up.
You're going anti-Mahomes? Wow. Yeah, that's a lot of premium. It's right between the 15s and the 20s. Going back down towards 15. Man, 15 still aren't that close to filling. Now below 15, back in the 13s. Man, it's too bad. Too bad we couldn't get filled. Getting a little movement. Back down closer to 10s now. Five minutes to go. Build on the 15s. That little 5-minute mark and that tiny bounce just hit it. Bot filled the 15s as well for 280. Down to 12. Need a quick move down to 10 and then bounce back up to pin Wooga. At 3 minutes. Back up to 15. Got to get away from 15 here. Ninety seconds. Above 18 would be a winner, or below 12. 1 minute. All right, Mahomes, need a move. Need a move out of you. Ten seconds. Push. One ding. And a little markup. That helps. 16.94. Wooga for the pin. Mahomes is going to be in the valley. Needed 18 to get out of the valley, but it's creeping up a little bit. 16.97. Let's see. So that was my IndieX, obviously a loser. Vertical one. All right. That is a wrap, my friends. Tomorrow is Wednesday, everybody's favorite day, hump day. Chad will be streaming live in the morning at the market open for day trading. And then we will be back for Power Hour. Have a good night, everyone. Talk to you soon.